Good day everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video we will talk about the evolution of media. Let us now talk about the evolution of media. So there are four ages from traditional to new media. One is the pre-industrial age. 2 is industrial age, 3 is electronic age, and the last one is new or information age. So let us start to pre-industrial age. The pre-industrial age was dated before 1700s. In this particular period, people mostly rely on nature. People discovered fire, developed paper from plants, and forged weapons and tools with stone, bronze, copper, and iron. In this period, the usage of smoke, fire, and horn was one of the system or ways them to communicate. Best example forms of media during the pre-industrial age is cave painting. Cave painting, also known as parietal art, numerous painting and engravings found on cave walls or ceiling around 38,000 BCE. From the word itself, cave paintings, these are paintings formed on caves walls, and these cave paintings are prominent Asian and European region during the pre-industrial age. These are the example of cave paintings. Here is the papyrus. Is an ancient Greek for the papyrus. Papyrus plant from the word paper was derived. It is made from pith of papyrus plant. It is used in ancient times as writing surface to designate documents written on its sheets, rolled up to scrolls. It is used as a writing medium, especially for writing in cuneiform, throughout the Bronze Age and well into Deep Iron Age. This is the example of papyrus plant and papyrus paper. Next one is Acta Diurna. It is the Latin daily acts of, sometimes translated as daily public records, where daily Romans officials notice a sort of daily gazette. They were curved on stone or metal and presented in message boards in public places like the Forum of Rome. This is the Acta Diurna. Next one is Codex in Mayan region during the 5th century. Codices, singular codex, are folding books written by the pre-Columbian Maya civilization in Maya hieroglyphic script on Mesoamerican bark paper. The Destan Codex is the most important of the few that survive. This is the example of codex in the Mayan region. The other one is woodblock printing. Woodblock printing is a technique for printing text, images, or pattern used widely throughout East Asia and originating in China. This is the example of printing press using woodblock. We also have the Dibao in China during the 2nd century. The Chinese Dibao is the earliest and oldest newspaper in the world. This is the example of Dibao. Those are the important features and important events in pre-industrial age. So let's move on to the second period, which is industrial age. Industrial age at 1700s to 1930s. People use the power of steam, develop machine tools, establish iron production, and the manufacturing of various products, including books through the printing press. Example of media during this period. Telegraph. Used for long-distance communication by transmitting electrical signals over a wire laid between situations. Here are the examples of telegraph. Next one is a printing press. Printing press is typically used for text. It is the device that applies pressure to an ink surface resting upon a print medium, like paper or cloth. This is the example of the earliest form of printing press. Motion picture, also known as film or movie, is a series of still photos on film projected in rapid succession onto a screen by means of light. Example of motion pictures during the industrial age. Other forms of media under industrial age are as follows. So we have newspaper, the London Gazette, 1640. Typewriter, 1800s. Telephone, 1876. Motion picture photography projected, 1890. Commercial motion pictures, 1913. Motion picture with sounds, 1926. Last is telephone. Was invented last 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. He was the father of telephone. Let's move on to the third important period and the evolution of media to traditional to new media, which is electronic age, invented in 1930s to 1980s. Electronic age, invention of transistor radio, electronic circuits, and the early computers. In this age, long-distance communication became more efficient. Are the example of forms of media during this age. First, we have transistor radio. Another one is television. It is telecommunication medium used to transmitting sounds with moving pictures. The next one is mainframe computer. Another example of computer is the Apple I computer. Next is the Apple II computer. Other example forms of media under this period is the OHP and LCD projector. So, HOP means overhead projector and LCD are the liquid crystal display projector. Let us move on to the last and fourth period in the evolution of tradition to new, which is the new information age. 1900s to 2000s. Information age. The internet paved the way for faster communication and the creation of the social network. People advanced the use of microelectronics with the invention of personal computers, mobile devices, and wearable technology. Moreover, voice, image, sounds, and data are digitalized. We are now living in the information age. Here are the example of media under the new information age. First one is laptop that was introduced last 1980. Next is tablet, introduced last 1993. Netbooks, it was invented last 2008. We also have smartphones also during this time. Wearable technologies were invented. We have sources of information. It is indigenous media, library, and internet. Indigenous media, variety of media expression, conceptualized, produced, and circulated by indigenous people with information appropriate to their culture. Is library. Library is a place where artistic, literary, music, and reference materials such as manuscripts, books, and films are kept for use and not for sale. One is internet. It is a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. And that's all for today's video, and if it's your first time to visit my YouTube channel, don't forget to keep this video thumbs up, click the subscribe button and notification icons that you'll be updated on my latest videos and contents. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.